This video is about the Ultimate Girls Trip, Season 1, Episode 4. I'm not going to be doing one for Episode 5 because I'm going on Know That, the Housewives podcast, which is Quinn and Donnie's podcast. It's a really fun show, and I'm on it, and it's coming out any minute. I don't know, maybe it's even already out. But that's about Episode 5. So I don't want to, take away from their beautiful content by overdoing it on my channel. So go listen to their podcast if you want to hear my thoughts on Episode 5. But in the meantime, let's get into Episode 4 for crying out loud. And of course, I'm wearing this weird helmet because the girls all go on a mini scooter, I don't know what the hell they were driving, ride, but they were really upset about having to wear helmets. Oddly. So anyway, shout out to that scene. By the way, don't forget, it's the holidays, so subscribe, and hit that notification button if you like my content so I could keep doing it. Yay! Oh, by the way, there's some ridiculously juicy stuff in the Patreon over the last 2 weeks. If you haven't gotten in there, in fact, the juiciest gossip ever about Erica Jane Jordy is in my bonus audio from last Tuesday. Okay, so I'll try to put, if it is out by the time I drop this video, I will put a link in the description if you guys want to go listen to that. So, I don't know. This was a strange one for me. Obviously, it was about, a pajama party mainly. That was the focal point. The women act like fans on this episode and ask questions to each other about each other's shows. And we get some answers. So I'll quickly take you through those, because I'm sure that's what you're most interested in. Okay, so Cynthia Bailey says that she still feels betrayed by Nene Leakes and that she's never really gotten over it. Teresa shares that her friend, Jacqueline Larita, that I guess she'd known for many, many years, had betrayed her about talking about her lawsuit, and she never got over that either. That her friend, instead of ignoring it on the show, called it out and helped the producers attack a little bit around that against her and Joe. And that brought up Teresa wanting to ask Kyle how she dealt with Erica Jane Girardi's lawsuit on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 11. And Kyle said that, what choice did she have? They, meaning the producers, brought it up and were going to bring it up, so it had to be addressed. So she tried to protect Erica by asking questions and allowing Erica to address them. So Kyle also brings up her conflict with Lisa Vanderpump that ultimately ended their friendship, and the show makes fun of the fact that Lisa Vanderpump says goodbye, Kyle, and Ken says goodbye, Kyle, and it's all very loud and abrupt, and they storm off. And anyway, the way, of course, they edit it is a little bit funny. So I guess it doesn't bother Kyle too much. She moved on. And then Luann tells the story about how Bethany showed her pictures that Tom was cheating on her, and that still hurt her to this day, that she would do that on the show, I guess, and, humiliate Luann in that way. And she implied that Bethany would do anything for the spotlight, and that she wasn't basically a good person, that she sold her soul in a sense to fame and fortune and TV a long time ago. And anyway, she says, Bethany is not a good human. That's the bottom line. But yeah, that's what she said. Yep, Bethany's not a good human. Huh. Oh, by the way, I have some tea on Luann. A friend of mine was in New York, and he was standing next to her, and she was talking to a friend, and she was bragging, or at least he felt like she was bragging as he overheard the conversation, because he didn't let her know that he knew who she was, that she had sold out her show, and she was really bragging about it to her girlfriends, that, oh yeah, sold out another show. I thought you guys would think that's funny. Okay. And Luann says, oh, hey. So the producers wrote down some questions for me to ask you about being on the show, and we are going to give the gays everything they want. You could never, Luann, give the gays everything they want. Let me just tell you that right now. Okay. So what ends up happening is they all get really deep and honest. And I mean, wow, so heavy. Let's see. Kyle says that marriages get ruined if only if they have already fractures in it. And the show agitates that. But if you have a strong marriage like her and Mauricio, it lasts forever. Good thing, because your husband's getting a lot of naked pictures, apparently. You keep saying it on every episode. So, that's a close one. Good thing you've got that solid marriage. Okay, Kenya says that the social media people are mean and they suck and they're terrible. And okay, lady, give me a break. And then Cynthia says that the best part of being on the show is all of the wonderful women she has met. I'm assuming other housewives and fans, I'm hoping. I don't know. That was like kind of weird. I was like, what? I mean, I guess opportunity, like people want to talk to you that maybe wouldn't otherwise talk to you. So that's like what she's talking about. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if that's really your number one perk on the show, right? Doesn't it seem a little bit like she was trying to kind of play humble or something? I don't know. I was like, come on, sis. Didn't you get some free shit along the way? Okay, what else we got? Oh, Ramona said that like the worst thing was that she said her daughter really wanted to be famous when the Housewives started, but instead Ramona became famous, and her daughter was really resentful to her mom for becoming so famous when her daughter really wanted the fame. Okay, Ramona, just stop it already. Like, I want to like Ramona because she's so strange, but like that made me throw up in my mouth a little, just saying. I threw up a little bit. I went, and then I went, okay, push it down. Luann says that the worst thing that ever happened to her on the show was keeping your head looking in the right direction and not falling victim to the people that are trying to take you down for whatever reason. That's the worst thing that happened to you on the show. What about being arrested? What about Tom cheating on you and having it be made public? What about, just being constantly attacked by people? Like, I don't get it. That to me was like, I don't know. I feel like that was directed at someone. Maybe she was like trying to like put some, kind of like knew someone was going to watch the show and would maybe hear that message, because it was really strange. It was kind of shit, honestly. I thought it was going to be better. Okay, let's keep Anyway, going. That brings us to Kenya, and that brings us to Mark Daly, and she gets a text message from him, and he says, I'm sorry for all the pain I caused you. That's all we see. I know there were more than that. And she starts crying, and Kyle goes in to try to help her, and Cynthia tries to come in too, but she wants to bring in cameras, and Kenya doesn't want the cameras. And anyway, at the end of the whole thing, she sort of has Mark's back, and she's kind of like still protecting him oddly. And this is the man who tried to keep it, said that she couldn't bring her daughter on the show anymore. This was the person who she said, took all of her confidence and self-esteem away, like cheated on her, like a million problems. Like, so what the hell is she even sticking up for this guy for? I mean, I get that it's the husband, it's the father of her child, but I mean, it was weird. Like, why are you crying over him? So then it's time for Melissa's sleepover, and she's bought all the women like these blue satin PJs, and it looks really nice. Actually, I was kind of like, okay, that would have been a gift I would have liked. Some have shorts and some have pants. I would imagine she asked them ahead of the trip. They didn't show this on the show, but I bet you they asked. She said, would you like shorts or would you like pants? And each woman chose. I don't know. Like, some of the women were like, hey, why did I get pants? But maybe, if you didn't respond, she figured it out. I doubt she just was shady and trying to like say you have ugly legs. But I mean, I guess that could be a possibility. I saw that in Vulture. They said that. Great mag, by the way. Great thing they are. Anywho, so Luann looks like a slut. I'm calling a spade, and she's throwing herself at married Michael the concierge. And you should watch the video in my description if you haven't already. She's literally so flirtatious, and Michael is too. And so he and her like end up playing Twister, and they're doing shots with Twister. And at one point, she lies on top of him and takes the shot out of his mouth, which is in his mouth, and her like shirt's open, and she chugs it back, and she's like rubbing all on him, and then gets up. But like seriously, I'm like, this poor guy's wife. Now, the wife, you know, go see my other video. It has the wife's reaction to that because she did find out. Now, she hadn't seen, I don't think, the episode yet. She'd heard about it, but hadn't seen it yet when she made her comments. But yeah, I wonder how it sat with her after she watched it. Okay, but definitely watch that video. It's so anyway, the women don't totally approve of Luann's behavior with Mike the concierge, and they make that clear. And then we move on. Some kind of alcohol, beer pong of some sort, but it wasn't beer. It was like Prosecco or something. Yeah, Prosecco pong. Okay. And the women, I guess if they miss, they have to answer a sex question. And Ramona says that she had sex on the beach and she used to rub cannoli cream. Oh my gosh. Cannoli cream. Sorry. Okay. On Mario's dick. Okay. And eat it. I'm throwing up in my mouth again. I'm just throwing up a lot on this episode. I'm just going to say it. Then Kyle Richards says she had sex at a black tie dinner, like on Mauricio's lap doing this. I'm still throwing up. I want you to know right now there's puke. I mean, the thought that I might have been at that black tie dinner. Like, are you serious? Oh, God. I don't believe her, though. I don't believe her. I want you guys to know I think that was made up. I think that was made up. Yeah. Mm-mm. I mean, people would like smell it. Ew. Oh my God. I can't believe I said that. Okay. I know now you're puking. Okay. All in all, I think these women were just putting on a good show in this episode. It's, you know, it was as real as, you know, this Bratz doll face on me right now. Do you like Bratz dolls? Yay, I like Bratz dolls, although this one's kind of cross-eyed. Anyway, if you like my channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and tell people about it. I also have a tip jar. It's in the description if you ever feel like giving. It is the holidays. Yay! Okay. Bye, you guys.